Hello everyone, welcome to tonight's Monday night episode of Banter Blitz with Jan Gustafsson. I'm Jan Gustafsson, aka Dr. Bruce Banter, aka middle-aged German chess player. I believe those are all the nicknames. The show is, of course, the fun format that no one's beating into the ground. How could the world ever run out of hunger to play against chess grandmasters or other chess personalities in friendly blitz games, while said grandmasters or other personalities share their thoughts with those willing to listen? In order to partake in all this fun, please challenge me to a game on good old chess24.com. You have to be a premium member. If you're not a premium member yet, you can become one. If you use the voucher code Yanistan, check out, you save 15%. So, without further ado, let me abort my game against Claudia, which has not been such a great game. Also, why is the site in German? This is an English show. Let's switch it. And jump right into the action. We have some challenges. What about Neureiser? Neureiser, are you with us? What's with the chat? Are my chat boys there? My Twitch boys? Here we go. Neureiser is playing 1e4. I shall play 1e5 because that stops the pawn from advancing any further. And after all these years, it's still my area of expertise. I will probably watch Erwin Lamy's new Chessable course on the Caro-Kann in order to become a two-trick pony. But I have not gotten there yet. So, what's happening in the world? Update me. I've been sick, which obviously stops you from reading any news or interacting with the outside world. Therefore, I know nothing. The only thing I heard is that Kanye is running for president, and if that wasn't disturbing enough, Carol Baskin congratulated Zion Williamson for his 20th birthday. That's the extent of news knowledge that I have. Lunde42 is saying, everybody in the world is sick, Jan. Is this a COVID thing or like a summer flu situation? Because I got a summer flu due to the rapidly changing weather in good old Hamburg. Sleepy Mario is saying there's not much happening. Not much happening on the board here either, but I am trying to use my tremendous understanding of pawn structures by accepting double pawns. He didn't do it. He could have taken here, taken there. But he didn't wanna, which means I guess we'll dull it up. Typically, after you played h6, you're less eager to take on e3 in these positions. That's not exactly an ironclad rule, but it's more or less what I believe. That here, after takes, knight to e7, knight h4 is sometimes a little unpleasant. Well, it wouldn't be if your pawn was still on h7. So I'll do something else. I'm not sure. In this position, bishop takes e3, followed by d5 might very well have been a perfectly decent solution. But didn't feel like. For Funson is saying Jan Gustafsson is the Rudy Gobert of chess. I hope you mean because of my stunning good looks and my athletic ability. I have been called the Hamburg Stifel Tower or the Franco-German rejection on more than one occasion. But Rudy Gobert recently got some heat, or it's not that recently, it's the last time I checked news, for not exactly being careful with COVID and then catching it, right? Horse Ham Chess saying, looks like Jan got haircut. I cannot confirm or deny the haircut situation. In my experience, typically your hair grows, and then you cut it, then it grows again. But once in a while, a little piece of hair disappears somewhere here. All right, should I make chess moves? Looks like a fairly typical situation, but I'm not quite sure what to do, to be honest with you. So let's change the structure to my disadvantage. Sepper91 is saying banter with Jan must be fun. That's a common misconception. It's typically a fairly dull affair. Nah, who am I kidding? I am very funny. Bye-bye, Mr. Mark is saying, Jan's interview during Chessable tournament was a nice touch. Which one? The one where I expertly dodged all the questions? Thank you. Is the Chess24 chat okay? I don't see a lot of chatting. Talk to me. Oh, Ennio Morricone died. I heard that. Sorry to hear that. Although I think there's this weird situation. He was associated with chess in one way or another, no? Where now every chess personality, yes, I'm a big chess personality, now feels the need to tweet about Ennio Morricone. And I always think it's strange. This might be because I struggle with social conventions, so please let me know if someone dies and we all chime in to make it about ourselves. Does that make sense? I'm not sure it does. Anyway, I don't have this tweet in me saying how much I loved the good, the bad, the ugly, which I do love. I've watched that many times. But now I'm talking about it, making it about myself. So I'm not sure how I can claim any moral high ground here. It's so complicated. The topic did come up though, so I'll use that as an excuse. Also, Ennio Morricone, I'm sure, led a rich life and became 91, and yeah, he did some good stuff. Sleepy Mario is saying maybe it was just very, very well known in the chess world. That we cannot rule out, of course. I'm being pressed a little bit by Neureiser here, which I'm not sure what Neureiser means. Neu means new in German. Reiser is famous German singer-songwriter. Is that what he did? I'm not quite sure what he did. Rio Reiser. And it could also be a play on word, because Neureicher would mean new money. Therefore, maybe his name is Reiser, and he's new, and he thinks new Reiser, Neureiser is a funny play on words. I don't know. I used to have great interpreting username skills, but they have vanished with H. And H in this case is spelled H-E-E, not what you sickos think. I recently got good advice from my dear friend Niklas Huschenbeet, who calls you people, not literally you people, but the people watching his stream, because he's a multi-platform mogul, he calls them friends. And he says, maybe that's better than you people. Was food for thought, for sure. I'm not there yet. But maybe, just one day, I shall address you people differently. As for the position, looks like Neureiser started using a lot of time, which was nice. It's always appreciated when you volunteer to lose on time, because then I don't have to do the heavy thinking. So thank you, Neureiser. He's coming, he's here, have no fear. Stay by his side and he'll take you for a ride. Most people only watch this show to hear me stream, to hear me sing. WSK is saying, how were you 1 minute down and now 40 seconds up? I haven't done the math, but my best guess is that he used like 1 minute and 40 minutes more than I did in between these two events. Anyway, thanks for the game, Neureiser. That's been fun. Oh, I should not forget my new my new aspirations as a multi-platform influencer. I should tell my new Instagram friends and my old Twitter friends, but I don't know how to tell them all at the same time. How do you do these things? Do I like take a picture? Ugh, all my screens look broken. Let me play against Gaith T first. Gaith T, are you there? This is a horrible, horrible picture. Knight f3 by Gaith T. Pretty good move. Hang on, let me just check. I don't have any pornography open on any of my screens. No, before I publish this picture. Why can't I turn this around? Ugh. Grandma is really too old for internet. VVV victimizing, showing his iPhone and flexing on us all. I do have an internet phone. That's what the I stands for. I'm assuming. Yes, it's green. Did I lose on time already? While trying to He went Effie. I can take a pawn. I think I studied this once. What do they call this? The Blumenfeld Gambit? I think I was studying it and I concluded that it's of course playable for white, but that it don't impress me all that much. It's called Reverse Blumenfeld. I don't know. Oh, Grandmaster. How have I never thought of that? That's fantastic, the Invisible Man. Thank you. Grandmaster. It's right there. It's been right in front of my eyes for all these years. And I've literally never thought of it. Bishop d3. Let's fianchetto the bishop. That makes it less likely that I get checkmated on h7. I wonder if Howard Stern's grandmother often gets mistaken for a chess grandmaster. Like Grandma Stern. Could easily happen. Cthulhu is saying he saw a game where Alekhine beat Tarash in this variation. How old are you, Cthulhu? I understand you're the Dark Lord, but were you really around during those times? I pawned my chess set saying, speaking of Howard Stern, he's a huge chess player. His coach is Dan Heisman, Philly Tudor. I did know that. Howard, if you're watching, I might be willing to fill that hole that R.D. Lang, let's face it, has left because of the tragic circumstances. So get in touch if you need a middle-aged German chess player who can do hilarious puns like Grandma Stern, Grandmaster. Just, hit me up. What's with the chat on good old chat 24? It's not reacting very quickly. Feggy is saying Nana was great, but could you please sing Murderer from Down Low, Jan? Wow, that takes me back. Are you that old, Feggy? Somehow I didn't think you were that old. Didn't Down Low have another hit song? Murder, it's called, no? Which one is that? Murderer. No. What's the other Down Low song? Somehow another one is more present in my mind. Why can't I think of anything? Okay, I have to Google. Hang on, I'll make a move, but we need to figure out the discography of the, I assume, German 1990s rap group Down Low. Oh, there's nothing like Viva. There's that. Oh yeah, Johnny B. Johnny B was the one I was thinking of. I'm very old and I've had a very bad music taste for many a year. Now, even in the 90s, we listened to stuff like Down Low and Nana and Tony Coutura and Mr. President and Erotic, ironically. We did listen to it excessively, but also ironically. Snow, I'm not so sure. Snow Informer, I think that was a real thing. Informer. I don't know the lyrics. I don't think anyone does. Okay, let's confuse it. I'm laying. I need to keep boom down. Take another session. Stammy, somebody laying. Sleepy Mario is saying, Jan, you're old. We have come to that conclusion many a time. I think my attempt to confuse the issue might be highly dubious, but I also think that Gaith T will get lost in these complications. Also, maybe it's not that dubious. Maybe it's just good. Guess you should take queen d3, queen e5 check, and then hope for something good to happen. But I'm not sure if it's there. And I'm being informed by multiple sources that the chat at chess24 is having issues. So if anybody that can chat it up is watching, do something about it. If not, I'm also reading the Twitch chat. Come to Twitch, what's called twitch.tv/chess24, and we can have a lovely chat there. I might even look past the fact that you're not a premium member, because there's no way for me to find out on Twitch. And Holzafire is saying, it's not working at all. Apologies for my too kind wording. Doesn't seem to be working at all. So, restart the chat. Speaking of chat, what happened to chat roulette? Do you guys miss chat roulette as well? I mean, it did have the issue of all the the male genitalia, but other than that, was such a great way to make new friends. Do you disagree? I got things under control, right? Due to my grandmasterness here. I think he didn't take any of my pieces, and I should have more pawns than him. At least that's my gut feeling. We will never know for sure, unless we count it, but that's not really an endeavor I feel very comfortable with. But I'd be shocked if I didn't have more pawns than him here. He wants to put the horsey where it hurts. Uh-oh. Oh, 19 seconds. Okay. It's go time. That boy is mean. Ooh, that was tough. Thanks for the game, Gaith T. Probably no relation to Moose T. WSK is thinking, Chess24 plans its maintenance when Jan is streaming. It's probably an inside joke. It does feel like that at this point. I'm not sure we can call it a coincidence any longer. Last time the show was better, where I couldn't play, but I could still chat. This way around, it's tougher. Let's find some strange, some non-premium challenges. I can't accept those. Sorry, guys. But I can accept Branoost. Ignore27 wants to know how I am today. I'm feeling pretty good. I've been very sleepy all day because of the crushing man flu that I've been dealing with. And I've been taking this, what's it called? Vicmedinite? Is that an international thing or a German thing? Anyway, some powerful mix of, I don't know what's in there. I'm sure it's unhealthy. So if there's any doctors or pharmacists or self-appointed doctors or pharmacists that could explain to me that it's very unhealthy, please let me know. Anyway, I guess it's some mix of paracetamol, some sleeping thing, and something else. Dog tranquilizer? No, that's probably inaccurate. So long story short, I took those for the last 2 nights before going to sleep. And it's making me very sleepy. But I feel good now. That's the whole story. That dude wasn't there, but we'll find someone. Jake Loans is saying he played versus Grandmasters. Wow. Weird flex. They told me the knights also move like queens due to the upgrade. Let's try. If this was a queen, it couldn't move at all, actually. We'll find out later. Oh, e4, c6. What did Lawrence Trent mention? He mentioned knight to e2. And he knows stuff. Landbau Simulator is saying, oh, it sounds like you enjoyed the occasional dose of ketamine too. Is ketamine in there? I never read. And Forget About It is saying, avoid the drugs, man. They're not good for you. That's the input I was seeking. If anybody can tell me, that's no good for me. Please tell me. What's the point here? Knight d4? Looks fun. I'm not sure if that's the point, but e6 looks wrong. Because now I just get the two bishops for nothing. I pawned my chess there saying, drugs are good for you, Jan, take more. Which one is it? I need to know. Drugs good or drugs bad? With all this conflicting information, I've been studying nutrition for a long time. But now, if the science, not just on what I should eat, but also on my drug intake, is becoming murkier and murkier, who can navigate this jungle? Like, I think we all, at this point, know the rule that in the supermarkets, we should stick to inside the aisles. Don't you know? Go where the vegetables and the fruit and the meat and the milk, the fresh stuff is. Go where the highly processed stuff is. That much we all know. But then, when it comes to what processed stuff to get, if it should be mainly sweet or salty, there are so many different rules. Kids, if you're watching, I'm joking. It's the other way around. So they say. You know what? Hashtag YOLO. Let's play g4. Schrodinger's cat is saying drugs are bad, okay? Social Dragon is asking, have you tried Coronil? It avoids corona? Coronil, huh? What's with the hydroxychloroquine? If you get the zinc in there? No good? I'm joking, by the way. I probably shouldn't joke about all these topics. Because as we know, some topics you just don't joke about. Do we know that? What's satire allowed to do? Big discussion in Germany every other day. Was darf Satire? Uh-oh, you shouldn't castle into this. Tyrannosaurus. This will end very badly, very soon. Oh. Breathe in, breathe out. What's the fastest? Oh, no, this is the safest. So, still no chat? Oh, there's a bit of chat movement. Sometimes the chat works, sometimes it doesn't. Really is chat roulette. Branus is saying, I'm so sorry, Jan. For what? What happened? Dangerous Ride is asking, Jan, how did you start playing chess? What inspired you? Not having friends or social contacts and being on a boat in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. That was my inspiration. Then I wanted to beat my dad at chess. After I had achieved that feat, I wanted to defeat my Mephisto Mondial 2 chess computer, which I think I also managed eventually, although it took a while because I did not have a full grasp of the rules. Hyper Hype is saying, is that Breathe In, Breathe Out from the Prodigy song? No, I think I usually use it as a ludicrous reference. That's ludicrous, right? Breathe in, breathe out. I would think so. Donald the Duck is saying, congratulations, Jan. What for? You guys confuse me. Branagh is so sorry. Donald is congratulating me. Canadian Bacon Girls are asking, do you remember the first GM you ever beat? Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't know. Mr. Monopoly is saying, why don't you just play the same moves as Magnus? Be as good as him. It's not a bad idea. Igloo Kid is saying, Jan, I have a question. Do GMs play against neural nets like Leela to train? Nah. Grandmasters have quit playing against engines a long time ago, with the rare exception of like exhibition matches where you get 2 extra points or whatever, which Jordan van Vreest recently had a nice little payday by defeating Stockfish, I heard, with 2 points up. But no, Grandmasters use Leela and Stockfish and whatever is the engine that's currently on vogue for opening analysis, which in a way is sometimes playing against them because sometimes you suggest moves and ask them, why not this move? Neural network. But I don't think people are playing any training games against engines. Jake Lones is saying that nice payday is undisclosed, Jan. I'm not sure, but he won a nice match, no? As if I wasn't sure. Ignore27 is asking, are you Magnus's brother, Jan? No. I assume you think that because my name ends on son and Magnus's name ends on sen, which also means son. But contrary to popular belief, not everybody with a Scandinavian name is related. Although, do we really know? What is this line, by the way? Knight e4? I've never seen that before. Bishop f5, or what do you do? Just e6. Bishop g4. Bishop f5, knight g3, bishop g6, e6. Could be a little scary. Interesting. Here maybe? Is that a move? Alukana saying, any good show, movie recommendations. I'm a big fan of the show Giri Hachi, not to be confused with Giri YouTube, but Giri Hachi is a crime drama about two estranged brothers, real brothers, on opposite sides of the law. And who doesn't love that? Samuel is asking, is it hot beer you're drinking? Yep, it is. Who doesn't love hot beer? Why does this mug look so strange? Green screen thing? A4, I guess it's time to get some pieces out maybe. Smooch Muffin is saying he's watching a TV show called Dark, but I can't do my dark rant every show. Just don't have it in me. Still not a fan. Erwin Smith is asking, to what do you attribute Magnus's shaky performance against Giri? I don't know. If winning the finals 2-0, it's not that shaky, right? With this mode, as long as you don't lose a match, I don't think you can be accused of a shaky performance. Binding Vector is saying, do you know who's playing in the Legends of Chess tournament yet, Jan? I do. I'm not sure if all the participants are in or if it's public. But yeah, it will be legendary. Like, the 4 semi-finalists of the last tournament. So that's what? Magnus, Giri, Ding, Nepomniachtchi. And then a bunch of legends. Svidler is playing. Not sure if I'm supposed to break news, but it's gonna be a very, very strong event. Just the dudes are slightly older. Some of them are kind of retired. Frizzlis is saying, Jan, you have a great personality. Very few GMs are so entertaining. That's the hope. Certainly, there are many GMs that play better. So I'm gonna have to get by on either looks or personality in the future. And let's face it, my boyish good looks will be fading. Therefore, you got to entertain. All right, as for the position, I'm doing fine. Whisco La Fuerte is trying to drum up some play here. But will he manage? This is my typical piece blunder. I pre-move knight takes f6 because somehow I can't tell my mind that this capture is not forced. And it's also the only... I don't know why it happens, but it keeps happening to me. Nightbot is saying Jan is back. Indeed. For Funson is saying Jan and Daniel are the pretty boys of chess. Yeah. Queen, it's your turn. So what do I have to plug? Do I have stuff to plug? I should plug my dear friend Erwin Lamy's Chessable course on the Caro-Can that came out today. I don't really have a horse in that Caro fight, but Erwin is a great guy and a great theoretician. So I highly recommend that. Other than that, and even cheaper, is to follow me on Instagram because I am trying to become a multi-platform influencer. And frankly, it's not looking good. So I need all the following I can get in order to get these free sneakers sent to my house eventually. At least that is the plan. So check out my Instagram page, GM Jan Gustafsson, where I shamelessly sell out my whole family just for that dream. For the dream of the sneakers. I know it's sad, but it's also true. Saper is saying, no plug for Anish's Chessable, no love for our boy. Nothing but love for our boy Anish. But his Chessable course is not out yet. His YouTube channel is out. No, he already has bazillions of subscribers. He really doesn't need me. But Anish is doing phenomenally well. Not just as a much improved rapid player, but also as a real multimedia personality. And I'm very, very happy for his guidance through these waters that I sometimes struggle with. One Royal Marshmallow saying Jan's voice would be great in a mystery movie. I do not disagree. All right, I won against Whisco La Fuerte. Thanks for the game, Whisco. Oop. I should tweet. See, that's where there's a lot to learn from Anish. If he does his YouTube show, there's at least 5-6 tweets mentioning it. Well, me, I'm so awkward mentioning my own nonsense. They just don't tell the people about all this gold coming out of my mouth. How can the people know? Ooh. Oh boy. I tweeted, but I was logged in as chess24de, which is a Twitter account that I have access to. But my tweet didn't make sense as chess24de. So I have so much to learn in the multimedia game. Hang on, let's play this guy. GM Magus Carlson. He plays c4. Okay, I'm done tweeting. c6, he plays d4. I'll go knight f6, which looks stupid, but there is some logic to this. You're trying to take the sting out of certain d5, c takes d5 systems. Is the chat still struggling? CryptoDean is asking, Radio Jan starting a Twitch channel. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Chess Druid is saying, give Jan 20 years and he will look like Lasker. Like young Lasker or like old Lasker? He had an impressive mustache, no? I'm not sure I'll be able to grow such a mustache. e3. The point is bishop f5, knight e5, no? I'm not sure if that was a real issue, but I think that was the idea. So I'll fall for it. No worries. I can't think of Fan Amasat is saying, Jan, you should really have been on Chess with Masters. I did the German show, but there are rumors that I might be back on the English for the Legends tournament. I cannot confirm or deny these rumors, but they're out there. I need to scratch myself. Subtly showing off my Apple Watch. Here we are. Binding Vector is saying, yes, come back. Thank you guys, much appreciated. Although I heard that the English show was great. Either way. Chester is saying, any comment on Yasser's suits from 1980? I love everything about Yasser. I would not, that much I will say, I would not exchange my Thai collection for Yasser's. But I think Yasser is fantastic. I love his sense of humor, his stories, his knowledge of the game, his voice, his looks. Big Yasser fan. Scratterly is saying, I think a Jan's Twitch channel is a fantastic idea. And please let that be in English. Yeah, the thing is I work pretty much full-time at good old Chess 24. So for now, I believe all my output will be on the Chess 24 or the Chess 24 DE Twitch channels. But I appreciate the love. Shot guy saying, are you wearing a jacket? Is it not hot? It is a little hot. Problem is I'm wearing... Ooh, this t-shirt looks very blurry under it, doesn't it? Martin One is saying, Shanklin was great. Glad to hear. Why does this look so crappy? Is this a green screen thing? Can I like mess with the light and the t-shirt looks less crappy? Sorry, this mystery has to be solved. Does it look super blurry for you guys too? Tech Jan is on it. Boom! Just brighten it up. Exciting stuff. And what's the position? I should be slightly better, but nothing too bad is happening. I need some more attacking units. F5 is a bit double-edged. I could try to bring the horsey. Or I could just lose some time. If in doubt, play a6. All right. GM Maxis Carlson. What's the Maxis about? Bishop F1. I'll just tease some knight jumps. Chess Druid is saying, is the chess industry overheated right now? I don't know. I guess it should be good for everyone in the business. And as we all know, in the chess business, we just call it the business. Because we think it's the most important business of all. I don't know if it's overheated. Should be great news, no, that so many new people are into chess. And I believe there's something for everybody, so not that concerned. Then again, I remember the old days when no one was doing online chess because it was super hard to stream or anything. That's how old I am. I had to go to livestream.com and clear all kinds of hurdles. Now there's so many options. Roberto86 is saying, Jan, is Peter Lako commenting in the Legends tournament? That's one possibility. Another possibility, I don't know. Let's see. Ignore is saying, your t-shirt is so sexy. It is what in the business we call a solid white t-shirt. It's good stuff, right? Jake Loans saying, I love Shanklin, but not always in a positive way. How do you love someone in a negative way? Is that a thing? Love hater. Hater of love. Okay, time to speed up a little bit. Oops. Ideally, should not blunder all my things during the speed up phase. Okay. Can't have everything. Ugh, this cut. Now it's getting tough. Pawn down. Bad position. GM Magus Carlson putting pressure. Okay, focus, Jan. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's exchange the bishops first. He shouldn't have exchanged his bishops. That gives my knight a lot more jump ability. That is a word. Look it up. Let's put the rook in first. And then the horsey. shall clear its thirst. Yeah. It's probably a reason I did not embark on a career as a lyricist. Okay, now I have a passed B pawn, and much more importantly, I'm way ahead on the clock. Therefore, the tables have turned. Run, Borat. Maybe even pre-moving b2 would not have been a good idea. All right, let's keep the rooks on. That was a good game by GM Magus Carlson. Oh yeah, had a much better position. I think went downhill a bit here, starting with bishop takes g6, at least practically. After that, my position becomes much easier to play. So you should have kept these bishops on the board. But yeah, good game by you. What are we talking about? Does Jan have Hulu? I do not. Do we have Hulu in Europe? I don't think it's so easy. No, I have most of the stuff. I have Netflix. It's a weird flex. Amazon Prime. What's called Google Movies or something? Google Films. I don't have Apple TV, but I hear it's not strictly needed. But no, I don't think we have Hulu. Also HBO. This might change, but it's very hard to get HBO in Germany still. Like you can get some weird HBO Nordic, but it's all complicated. Therefore, yeah, I'm still being cut off from a lot of time wasters out there. Now that I've finished Netflix and various adult sites, I am really struggling on what project to embark next. I've tried and I've started buying a lot of stuff on Amazon, but somehow it's also a costly endeavor. What are we talking about? Many people are recommending the comedy The Great on Hulu. Maybe it's just the same guy who keeps saying it, because he keeps saying it's very Svidler-esque. I've heard good things about The Great, but yeah, I haven't seen it. This line is kind of tricky. I wouldn't call it great, but certainly playable. C takes d4 is nothing. But e5 has become a serious obstacle. Milapa is saying, now that you have 1.5 kids, I'm assuming you have Disney Plus. I do have Disney Plus here. I'm not using it much, even though I used it the other day to watch Hamilton, a bit of Hamilton. My issue with it was mainly that it didn't have subtitles. Hamilton, if you haven't heard of it, is the much acclaimed, what do you call it, Broadway show, musical, about Alexander Hamilton. I'm not quite sure what he did, as I mentioned. I didn't really understand what they were talking about. But from what I gathered from the first song title, it's about Alexander Hamilton. One of the... What did he do? Is he one of the founding fathers of America? See, I really paid zero attention. And I'm very uneducated. So if you guys can tell me about Hamilton. I enjoyed it, but yeah, I was doing other stuff while I was headed on. So I didn't pay enough attention to the lyrics, which, in spite of my, I know, very good English, it's still very hard for me if I'm not fully switched on to keep track of lyrics, especially in singing. And what distracted me, but that might just be me, this Lin-Manuel Miranda, he's so famous. Probably he wasn't that famous when they started it, but now he's uber famous. So I could not get past him being Lin-Manuel Miranda. And I pawned my chess set saying, yeah, he was George Washington's main guy. He created our financial system, Wall Street, Coast Guard, and a bunch of other stuff. Was he the guy who was more libertarian, pro-small government? That's him? Anyway, it's obviously tremendous show, tremendous performances, but I have to watch it quietly and try to, you know, grasp all the lyrics. So this position, I guess it could be strategically better for me. He has to go queen e7. I will take, I'll throw in rook c1 just so this bishop is stuck to c6 for now. Then I'll try to get in f4, f5, gain some more space. I keep getting more information about Alexander Hamilton in the chat. Thanks, guys. I shall investigate or Google Alexander Hamilton. He was one of the founding fathers. I had a feeling he was important, just, you know, from the wig he was wearing. Blah 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 blah. Ugh, this text is too long. It seems like it's really important. This Wikipedia might be longer than mine. George Washington's staff. More stuff. Return to New York. Did he escape from New York? I thought that was Kurt Russell. Constitutional Convention and ratification of the Constitution. Ugh, this all sounds very brainy. Federalist Papers. Oh yeah, he wrote a lot of those. He was a big writer. I'm so educated. More George Washington stuff. Who was his big rival? Was it Jefferson? There was this one guy on the show. I didn't finish the musical. The one guy he didn't get along with. There was Thomas Jefferson. See? That's why we all love Banter Blitz. There's so much to learn about everything. Oh, he was killed in a duel. Oh, spoiler. I didn't get to the end yet. Aaron Burr? Hopefully not a Bill Burr predecessor. What do I do here? Do I go f6 check or not? Ufuk playing well, by the way. f6 looks wrong. Maybe this. Wow, I'm still scrolling down on the Hamilton page. I reached the duel with Burr and death. Do you guys think that having duels was a good thing? Like if someone annoys you, you challenge them to a duel, then you bring your seconds. Because sometimes in chess you feel like as a second your role is not that important. But if someone dies at the end, the rule of a second must be tremendous, no? And he could be one of the survivors in either case. I guess the second doesn't get shot, no? If your boss loses the duel, how does it work? Swirl Buddha is saying, who would win a duel? Who would win in a duel between Jan and Svidler? Like, depends on the kind of duel. I think I'd be much more ruthless than Peter, who would probably apologize for being there, and then I'm not sure if he would even try to flag. Therefore, I don't think duels are Peter Svidler's natural habitat. He's too nice for it. Speaking of too nice, I was listening to the Anthony Jeselnik podcast yesterday night, trying to fall asleep. I'm a few episodes behind. And in the final episode, there was a debate. If he had to fight 12-year-olds, no, 9-year-olds it was, to the death, that were coming at him in groups of 2-3 at a time, every 30 seconds, how many would he be able to take until they got the best of him? And it's a fascinating question. There were also some specifications that those were suburban 9-year-olds. And yeah, I've been pondering that question ever since, but I'm not quite sure how strong 9-year-olds are. And I'm a little worried to Google 9-year-olds because it might rightly put me on some weird watch list. Therefore, it's a topic I could not get out of my head, but I don't have a good grasp on it at all. So if you guys have any opinions, then please let me know. I pawned my chess asset is saying, Jan, have you seen the end of Step Brothers? Of course I have. Step Brothers is great. Another question I've been pondering is who my favorite contemporary director is. And I think, if I'm being honest with myself and don't pretend to be all artsy, that the correct answer is Adam McKay, but early Adam McKay. Like comedy Adam McKay. Step Brothers, Anchorman, the other guys. Those are such influential movies for me. Like, I don't even care about the Big Short or Vice or all the smart stuff. I just want the silly. And I think no other director has been bigger than me, bigger than him. As an influence to make me the man I am today. Especially the movie Step Brothers, something I always aspire to. Branust, another guy from Turkey. The Young Turks in the house. He goes the Slav, e3, bishop f5. Vinegar Bob wants to know who would win a fight between a shark and a lion. Lions usually don't fight. They let the women do all the hunting and just lie in the sun. In the movie The Other Guys, there is quite a debate about tunas versus lions. Maybe that's what you're referring to. Like a flock of angry tunas building breathalyzers. And, being able to breathe on land for 90 minutes at a time. You lose that fight. 9 times out of 10. That is a lesson that I have very much internalized. Don't mess with tunas. And I'm always fighting for dolphins to be caught tuna friendly. I won't eat any dolphin if it has not been caught in a tuna friendly manner. And I hope we can all agree that that is a serious issue and that you guys will join me on that mission. Just check the package if you buy Tasty Dolphin, that it says caught tuna friendly. I don't often ask you to partake in my activism, but this is an issue that is very near and dear to my heart. And I don't think it's asking too much. Even if you have to pay a little extra, have a conscience, guys. Shot car is saying that's not true. Lions do fight a lot. Not the lions I know. We'll have to agree to disagree. I'm being told this is the 5th Turkish guy I play on the stream. Is that true? I haven't. I don't see nationalities. So I have not realized that. But wow. No, it's not on purpose. So what were we discussing? Lion versus shark? I don't know. There's also the popular orangutan, no, gorilla versus bear versus grizzly debate, which I think the grizzly wins, no? What's this position? Do I win this position? Should be okay. I'm not quite sure what I do if he takes here, but it feels like something's gonna give. Not sure what, frankly. Maybe just g4 and play for the attack. PhD fan is saying 1 horse-sized duck with 1,000 duck-sized horses. It's an old debate if you make it 100 duck-sized horses. 1,000 just sounds excessive. Obviously, you can't fight 1,000 duck-sized horses. That's just a silly question. I can think of a name Sad is saying bear wins. Yeah, I did research that topic, that bear versus gorilla, and it seemed like it wasn't even particularly close. I guess I did tell you guys about my idea for a TV show called Farmageddon. I'm not sure if I bring it up often enough. So the basic concept is very simple. Just humans are fighting in a ring, not anywhere in nature, versus animals till the death. And it's different levels. So you start with, a weaker animal, and then you work your way up to, the grizzlies, the orangutans. There are no toys allowed, because obviously the only reason that humans are the species in charge is that we master toys. So there's no toys, but psychological cunning can be used. Also, these aren't any humans. These are at least 18-year-olds that have been trained since the age of 3 to fight against different animals. A bit like Sparta, where with your 5 you get sent to the woods. So these are highly, highly specialized humans. And as mentioned, they do not have to use brute force. They can also use cunning and try to psychologically manipulate the animal. Because obviously, brute strength-wise, a gorilla or a bear would crush even a very well-trained human. So that is the basic concept, but I'm still in talks with Japanese TV to get it off the ground. Like, you could even start with a few basic levels, like a cat, a dog, just, season 1, 2, 3, to see how it goes. But currently, it has not really taken off. And iPawned is asking what I just explained. I have to make my pitch more clear, the elevator pitch. Would they be able to use weapons that they have made young? No. No toys. No weapons. Of course not. Just their mind. They can use their razor-sharp minds. It's like chess in a ring, except you fight animals for survival, if that makes sense. And did I win? What's going on here? Did the game freeze? I did win, no? I think I won. Yay. Wow. There's a player who's rated 2997. So if he wins this game, he's 3000. No pressure. That's a 3-minute game. So we gotta hurry up. And if we gotta hurry up, wow, he pre-moved CD5. Big professional pre-moving CD5. Anyway, if we gotta hurry up, of course we have to play the exchange Slav. The one opening to rule them all. What you're thinking now? You blitz out all the stuff. Now you're thinking, I want that pawn. Give a little bit. Give a little bit of that pawn to me. Please? Ponzi? It's a Ponzi scheme, Queen b3. He doesn't want to give it to me. Rook a7. It's always a little sad, isn't it? I want it. Gotta give it to me. Hope's Thin is saying, Jan, who would win an actual fight, you or Svidler? Once again, I think I'd be more ruthless. Because I might struggle with the TH. But Peter is such a nice guy. I just can't see him hitting me. Then again, if he did hit me, I'd be so shocked that he would win instantly. Because I wouldn't be able to get over. Is Queen a4 good? Rook a8. Probably nothing special. So here we are. I guess I'm slightly better because, you know, Rook a7. But we've only just begun. I can't allow him to go knight b6, knight c4. Therefore, I must react instantly to the b pawn. I'm not sure if my knight should go to a2 or to b1, but I guess it will eventually crawl back from a2 via c1, d3 or something. One day, horsey, you will see a nicer square than a2. I hope. Knight b8. Ah, it's not as stupid as it looks, because the only good square my rook has is actually c1. It's clever. Did not see that move. Do I have anything better? I could take, but I don't want to. Well done, sir. Now my knight looks a little silly, not gonna lie. Silly horsey. Should have thought this through. Which, of course, I have not. I will eventually need the knight. I was more afraid of Queen e5. Now I should be doing fine, I would guess. Once again, should have thought this through, which of course I did not. You can take king of 8, and who knows what's going to happen. Yep. Who knows indeed. How's the pawn ending? Probably a draw. Yeah? Run, Ponzi. Oof. So much drama against Chess Blitz 35. Thanks for the game. Oof. That was a close one. Why am I sitting like this? Sit up straight, Jan, like your mama told you. Swole Buddha is saying Jan looking like a sexy Wayne Rooney. That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me. I get that a lot. When I walk the streets of Hamburg, Germany. Many people have asked me, Sir, they call me Sir. They used to call me Donald. Now they call me Sir. They say, Sir, are you Wayne Rooney? And did you suddenly become a lot hotter? And I say, sorry, you must be mistaking me for someone. Let's play Oignon. Oignon? Vinegar Bob is saying, Jan, I watched the first episode of Dark yesterday. Should I watch the second episode? I've given my opinion on Dark many a time, but since it keeps coming up, I think it's an expertly crafted show with great inherent logic. But I can't watch it. For me, this is being self-conscious about my Germanness. It's the first German show on Netflix, and for me it just reinforces all the cliches that we, rightly or wrongly, mainly rightly, have about the Germans. Like, it's always raining, it's dark, literally, and no one can fully be trusted. Like, everyone seems to be functional, but there's creepy stuff happening everywhere. There's no humor whatsoever. There are dark secrets, and the whole vibe is just so depressing, not a single joke, while at the same time, of course, it has a very elaborate, very well thought out time travel logic. So it's an expertly done show, and it rightly has all the success it has and the following it has. But I couldn't do it because it's, to me, it's just, ugh. Do something funny. Why can't we have Jerks on Netflix? Jerks is the funniest German show there is. But yeah, that's my issue with Dark. So I couldn't watch it, but I would not be surprised if you liked it. There you go. Vivian77 is saying, so it's too realistic. That's my beef with it. Sleepy Mario is asking, what have you been smoking, Jan? I don't smoke, I don't drink. It's just my mind playing tricks on me. What do you do here? Can I go B3 or is that? Yeah, B3 looks like. PhD fan is asking, are Germans really averse to umbrellas, or is that only in the show? I'm not big on umbrellas. I enjoy hoodies, because you never know when it's going to start raining. So I just wear a hoodie as a prophylactic measure whenever I go out. That's my approach. I don't like umbrellas much. I'm not sure if it's a German thing. We have heard of the invention of umbrellas. We struggle getting Hulu, HBO. Umbrellas, not an issue. CTM 095 saying, do you play better or worse chess after a couple drinks? I really don't drink much, so I wouldn't know. I don't think I've ever played serious chess while I was drunk, so no. I would assume worse, but maybe couple drinks if you're a trained drinker. In my case, wouldn't be so bad because it might loosen me up. That sounds wrong. I don't think it's a recipe for success. I could take this rook. Have you considered that? Oignon. Takes, king h1, queen b3. Somehow I don't want to take it. Then again, it feels silly not to take. Takes knight d4. He has knight c6. That could be unpleasant. No? Knight e2, knight somewhere. Yeah. I don't know. Did he do this on purpose? Might be brilliant. Rap Milo 12345 is asking, what kind of music do you listen to? I'm not sure if you can call it music, but I do mainly listen to rap. I'm a kid of the 90s. German rap became very big in my city of Hamburg in the 90s. And I've, not always, but I've listened to a lot of US hip-hop over the years. And I do believe that usually we keep the music taste that we acquired when we were like 15, 16, 17, 18. So yeah, I'm still a hip-hopper. As evidenced by the term hip-hopper. JBar570 is saying, where's that Pusha T bro? LOL, LOL. I do love Pusha T. Daytona has been one of my favorite albums of whatever year that was, I guess. Was it 2019? Daytona is so good. Rap Milo is bringing up a Tribe Called Quest. Did I talk about that before, or is that a rough guess? Because Tribe Called Quest, the anthology, which I'm aware is a greatest hits album, but somehow that was a very influential album for me. I'm a little too young for some of us said this for like what are the other albums called? The Low End Theory, Midnight Marauders, but the anthology, I can't even pronounce that word. I've listened to over and over again, and somehow it's excellent background music. It's a Tribe Called Quest. It's not that demanding, but it's very melodic, and yeah, still one of my favorite albums. I still listen to it. Carney Sarah saying, I almost only listen to Eminem when it comes to rap. There you go. I Paul My Chess Essay is asking, do you like Mr. Pimp Lotion? Yeah, that's Magnus's hip-hop stylings. Yeah, I thought it was great that he did it. Too much auto-tune, Mr. Pimp Lotion. But yeah, I thought it was hilarious. My Norwegian is not that great. Sleepy Mario is saying, do you know any Dutch rap? Yeah, not that much. And the Dutch boys are usually mocking me for my Dutch rap references like Lange Frans and Bas B. They're not big fans. But I've listened to some Dutch rap. Surfing Venice is asking, Jan, have you ever been out in the sun? No, but also, I will blame it all on the light, because my usual skin color is like this. But then, the show is too dark. See? It's all fake. And what's going on now? This guy is still going strong on Jan. Still a mess. J33 Bacchus is saying, do you like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole? It depends on which one we're talking. I love that. I guess it's the second Kendrick album, to Pimp a Butterfly. No, Good Kid, Mad City. That's the one. I did not love To Pimp a Butterfly that much, but I loved Good Kid. I think I'm getting the titles right. The one with BITCH, Don't Kill My Vibe. That's a great album, and I listen to it a lot. This Butterfly thing was a little too brainy for me. The one after that I was fine with. But yeah, J. Cole I haven't listened to much. I'm not sure why, but somehow never really got into it. I should check out some more J. Cole actually. Ostanovevo was saying, are you scared of your wife? Not particularly. He's also asking, how did you G-cut your hair so well? I don't know what that means. I went to the barber. Barbers are reopen here. You need to wear a mask and you need to have it washed first. Normally I just go in for a cold cut. Is that what it's called? I don't know what it's called. I should flag this guy before we keep discussing my hair, which I will manage. G5 was a bit of panic, wasn't it? And Oignon resigns. Very good game by Oignon. So, what were we talking about? Ah, yeah, my hair. So, by now I know the lingo. Tell him. 8 millimeters. Not the Nicolas Cage movie, but on the sides. And there you go. Vinegar Bob is saying, what do you think of Kanye West's chances at becoming US president? They should be nil, and I'm not gonna make that joke. He, a narcissist with no political experience, how could he become US president? And then, oh wait, Donald Trump is. Because I've read that joke on Twitter like 18,000 times yesterday. And the first 17,000 times I chuckled, but then it started getting to me. Excalibur. Is this the last game? I should call it a night. But before, maybe I can set up a poll which movie I should watch, because I feel like watching a movie. I'm still rested and I'm still trying to become a movie expert. The problem is, if I just ask you guys for suggestions, I will have seen 95% of the suggestions already. So how can we do this? I'm interested in the movie, what's it called? Is it called Ford versus Ferrari? Or is it called Le Mans something? The one with Christian Bale and Matt Damon. Is that worth watching? I'm considering watching that. I'm considering watching the new Guy Ritchie movie, The Gentleman. And I'm considering watching the Harley Quinn movie. Those are the three. Which one should I watch? Actually, can I do a Twitter poll? Is it called Ford versus Ferrari? I might lose on time while writing this Twitter poll. Can't let that happen. Sorry, Excalibur. That would be too generous. What's that Harley Quinn movie called? There's a question if I watched True Detective. I did watch True Detective. Not the entire season 2. But no one has. Like, we all tried watching season 2. Made it through 4 or 5 episodes and then gave it up. Let me Google that Harley Quinn movie. Harley Quinn. Birds of Prey? Is that all it's called? I thought it had like the miseducation of blah 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 something in the title. Harley Quinn movie. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to watch that. And so I hope it doesn't win or pull. Looks like it's just called Birds of Prey. Uh-oh, 52 seconds. Time for another move. Full length, 1 hour. Okay. I got the tweet out, so you now have my undivided attention. Excalibur. And you should not think too long. Because we are both low on time. Made it. Thanks for the game, Mr. Excalibur. I'll play one last game while we're watching the results incoming. And while you guys tell me if I should watch Ford vs. Ferrari, The Gentleman, or Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. Thus far, Ford vs. Ferrari is crushing it. I thought that was a bit of a dad movie, which you could argue. I am a dad? But I think it's also the last Oscar-nominated movie that I have not seen yet. Drunk on Coke is saying, Jan, you great lad, long time no see. What language is your banter best? I would guess English, because I don't feel like I'm being myself so much when I do it in German. I'm so self-conscious. So I think my banter is better in English. Obviously, my vocabulary and my cunning linguism is much better in German. Also, my cadence is a lot less weird. But I feel like I'm more restrained in German, because the German audience, they do not enjoy my comedic stylings as much. Therefore, I feel the need to provide more chess content, which, let's face it, my heart's not really in it. Is this theory? I guess so. Looks like it should be theory. I calculated DC, bishop c5, queen d5, bishop f2, king somewhere, bishop e1, and I win. Scrattily is saying, why do they challenge Banter Blitz as unrated? That's not fair at all. Do they? I'm under the impression it's rated. Wasn't it? Normally it's rated, no? I won like 5s and 5s of points today. No clue. This all looks sensible. Can I castle into it? Bishop h7 doesn't yet win. No. Bishop g5. Is this all normal? You're playing so confidently. It scares me, Magnus' best one. Bishop e3. I guess I take. Surfing Venice is saying you are a very funny man. I don't disagree, but I think it's time that we tell the world, because if not, my comedic stylings will forever be reserved to our very, very small, exclusive circle. And I need to reach the masses before it's too late, before Kanye does. Therefore, follow me on Instagram, on Twitter. That's all I got. On Chess24. Well, Where else? Facebook? Nah. We're not doing Facebook. Tinder? Nah. Is that it? I believe that's all I got. Instagram and Twitter. And I have a Chessable course, which I'm being told is excellent. And as for the game, Magnus' best one is playing well. G5 was a little insane. Weakening the light squares around my king. Shouldn't be fatal yet, but there's really no checkmate here. H3, and yeah, that was just a bad move. Now the queen can come to G4. Bishop takes, huh? Should I go queen e3 or not? Nah. Deep chess understanding. Preparing h5. Now you shouldn't exchange queens, sir. Because I have the two bishops and I have a built-in pawn roller here. Oh, that's a mouse slip. I'm sorry for that. There's no backsies here. But you shouldn't have exchanged queens. That position was already tough. Well, with queens on, my king is a little vulnerable. I do have 1 minute 15, and this is not particularly challenging. Challenging, but not particularly challenging. Why oh, I left it so dark all the time? Apologies. I just want to show my true skin color. And Magnus' best one does resign. So what have we concluded? Let me refresh the poll. Looks like Ford Ferrari is crushing it. People are suggesting different movies. Like V for Vendetta. I have seen that one. But that's why we do polls, to give options. There's also, in my last poll, it was Children of Men versus Snowpiercer. And now many people are arguing that Snowpiercer is a much superior movie than all the options I gave now. But I have a feeling that if I also watch the movies that lose in these polls, we have no stakes. And we need a little skin in the game to make these polls relevant. If not, you know, it's just empty posturing to engage with my ever-growing Twitter community. And follow me at GM Jan Gustafsson. No, so if a movie loses in these polls, it shall not be watched. Those are the rules. Snowpiercer, you're out. I'm out too, and thanks everybody for watching. I'm being asked if I like thrillers and horror movies. Yeah, I watched a little movie called Haunt yesterday. No, not yesterday, some days ago. In German, I think it's called Halloween Haunt. And it was haunting. It was a bunch of teenagers in a haunted house. And you know what? The creeps in that haunted house, they really want to kill the teenagers. Beautiful movie. Great villains, great set design, great young actors. Not too gory, but scary. Not an obvious slasher movie, not an obvious final girl movie, even though it's all these things. Haunt. Watch it. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will not be haunted by any of the topics discussed here, like the show Farmageddon or fighting 9-year-olds. It's all in good fun, and I only mean like 74% of it. Thank you so much for watching. I did see Jojo Rabbit. It's the last question I'm taking. I thought Jojo Rabbit was great. I also watched The Hunt starring Mads Mikkelsen, which is another fantastic movie. Both of these highly recommended. Watch The Hunt, Haunt, and Jojo Rabbit. There you go. Bye.